I had absolutely no motivation to do any form of working out today. So this is exactly what I did just to get through the day, get through the motions, and just get it done. I do believe in a very simple approach when it comes to training, especially on days like this, because it does happen quite a bit where you just lose motivation. But to keep it very simple, very short, and get out of there as quick as possible, I just do one heavy, very heavy set on my powerlifting, and then I just do two back off sets. In this case today, one, because I really could not be bothered. And yeah, and then I only do two sets and everything else. I'm not going to talk through all the workout about, what workout I'm doing, because it's quite obvious, as you can see, because I'm obviously filming it. So, yeah. But instead, I'm going to talk about why I get so tired sometimes. And to be honest, it just comes down to the fact of work and life. It does come at you. It does really weigh you down after a little while. And, when you got things to do at the end of the day, like for me, I wake up, go to work, eat. I have to clean the house and all of that and make sure my bills and that are all paid. And then go to the gym at the end of the day. And I have quite heavy set goals for the gym and just my life in general. So when you have all of that weighing on you once, sometimes you can get slowed down. And it's not even physically, because as you can see, I do bench still quite heavy. It's all more of a mental thing. And it really does affect you in some ways. And there may be times when you don't go to the gym, maybe for 2 weeks, but as long as you sort of get back into it, it's kind of okay. But for me, if I don't go for a while, I do start to really beat myself up, and that's even worse than just taking it on the chin and doing the workout, because the workout in and of itself is you just moving weight around. That's it. So sometimes it is better just to get into the gym and just get through the bullshit that you got to get through. And then you're set, you're done, you can forget about it. However, I will say, if you are someone that trains 6 or 7 days a week, a really, really high frequency training schedule, and just the intensity is up to the max sort of thing, if you're having time when you're really struggling, like mentally, with going to the gym and getting things done, take some time off and only, go to the gym maybe 2, 3, 4 times a week. Really have some more time at home, because at the end of the day, it's all well and good, you know, being dedicated to the gym, being disciplined and going. But if you're not putting in the proper effort to get the results, then you're not going to get the results, and it's kind of a waste. But obviously, don't let yourself fall too far short, because then you're wasting yourself again. So you got to find that weird little sweet spot in the middle where you're happy to go to the gym, not happy, but you are going to go to the gym, you're going to do whatever you need to do, you're going to get through it, and then you can just go home, relax, and then carry on with whatever else you need to do. But you also need to make other parts of your life as simple as possible. Keep your house clean as best as you can by doing little bits throughout the day. Keep your relationships happy, don't take shit, and try and keep your work as simple as possible. Just do the work, carry on with your life, and try and take as much stress out of it as possible. And then once you get back into feeling like yourself, then you can start pushing yourself a bit harder again. And maybe that harder period will last for longer. But you will burn out. It does happen. Everyone burns out. But you know what they say though, as long as you bounce back, you're pretty much okay. Life isn't meant to be a complete upwards trajectory. You're meant to fall a little bit so you can get back up. It's normal. Especially like mentally, it is very normal just to be overwhelmed with it all. It happens to us all. Even, the top people in the world, people who experience burnout. There's psychiatrists that have to deal with the billionaires and the millionaires and the people that rule the world, and they can't take it sometimes. But it's only sometimes. At least most of the time you're okay. And that's better than most. Because I see some people and their whole life they're depressed, they're angry, stressed out, they don't take care of themselves, and they've fallen off the ledge and they can't get back up. So as long as you're doing okay and you keep moving forwards, you're all good. And who can say anything about that? No one. Side note as well, when you do have days like this, pick exercises that you actually like doing and you want to do them, you enjoy doing them, even if you can't be bothered, because you're more than likely going to get some like serotonin and happy hormones doing the exercises you like versus the ones you don't. So take that into consideration. Even if it's not the most optimal, at this point you're not trying to be optimal, you're just trying to get through the workout and you're trying to sustain yourself. It's quite funny, there's a few people at my gym that I see and they do all of the exercises that they hate. They're the most optimal, but they hate them. So they're not putting 100% effort into them because they just want it to be over and done with, which is, in my opinion, counterintuitive, because no matter how optimal the exercise is, if you don't give it 100%, then you're not going to get as good growth from the other exercises, Like, I see a lot of people saying rows are not optimal for your back, which is fine. When you're looking at it from a scientific standpoint, yeah, cool, that's cool. But if you don't like doing bent over, dumbbell rows or some form of chest supported row because it hurts your chest and you want it to be over and done with, you're not going to load it up properly. You're not going to focus on doing it properly. You're just going to fail. Not fail, but you're not going to put the effort in. And that's what matters at the end of the day, is putting the effort into the exercises you like, because that's where you get the most out of everything, not the other way around. So on bad days especially, just make sure to do the exercises you like. Fuck about, who gives a fuck about everything else? Just do the exercises you want. And that is pretty much it. This is the end of the workout as well. So, goodbye.